It's common for me to recommend using a low back support when sitting for people who are dealing with low back pain, mid back pain, or neck pain. Spine pain in general, it tends to help. This is an example of something you could use. This is a little thin for a lot of people. They'll need something a little bit thicker than this. You don't have to buy anything that's dedicated for a low back support. You can roll up a towel and wrap tape around it. If you have a coat, you could shove the coat into the sleeve. You can be creative. The idea is that when you sit, the low back support brings you into a different position. So it really doesn't matter where you use the support. You could have it low, right above your hips, or you could have it higher up in the mid back. It'll depend on how you feel on that specific day and the type of chair that you're using. When I make this recommendation, it's common for people to ask if I'm trying to correct their posture. And the answer is yes and no. More so, I'm trying to change your posture. So let me give you an analogy. If I asked you, do you think 90 degrees of elbow flexion is bad posture for an elbow? Most people would say no, it's pretty normal. Well, I don't have any elbow issues right now. If I was to take my elbow and cast it from wrist to shoulder in 90 degrees, and I kept it there for 1 week, after a week, when I took the cast off, I'd be weaker. Movement would be more challenging. It would be hard to get to end range extension. Flexion might be painful. There may be pain during movement. It would be uncomfortable. After that week, if I said, I think that 90 degrees of flexion is a bad posture for the elbow, you would probably say, no, I don't think so. I don't think it has anything to do with the posture. I think it has to do with the fact that you kept it in a static position for a long period of time. This is a bit of an over-exaggeration, but any posture held for too long or too frequently can be problematic. If I do this with my thumb, it doesn't feel bad. Actually, it feels like a nice stretch. But if I kept it here for 10, 20 minutes, it'd be painful. So I don't think that sitting slouched like this is a bad posture. And conversely, if I told you to sit up straight and just hold this good posture, after a while it would cause pain. The nice thing about using a lumbar roll is it changes your posture. So it can bring you into a more upright position, and you don't have to use any extra muscles to do it. It can also provide some nice support, and it can just feel good. The extra pressure feels good for a lot of people. You may not need to use it for the whole day. So for example, when I'm dealing with low back pain or neck pain, I will have a lumbar roll handy, and I may sit slumped for 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'll put the low back support in and I'll sit in a different position for 10 to 15 minutes. And I'll change that position throughout the day. So what the lumbar roll allows us to do is more variety of postures. We increase movement. It offers a little bit of support, and it just makes us a little bit more conscious. Ideally, I don't want you to be afraid of any posture and think that sitting like this is what's causing your pain. It's probably a contributor, but just like this elbow analogy, any posture that I put you in, if I put you in it for a long period of time, is probably going to aggravate some type of pain. I hope this helps.